Hey everybody, it's Crypto Steve, and as you know, I like to cover a lot of Splinterlands things. One of my recent videos here that's got a decent amount of views was for a guide to buy the kind of cards to get you to a silver level so that you could make more money. And now I'm going to remind you of one other thing that I talked a little bit on the system, and that's to always look at the Splinterlands account for things like the social media challenge and the one that I'm going to be doing today. Oops, got to scroll up a little bit here. The weekly Share Your Battle Challenge. Now, they either feature a card or a battle type or a rule set is what they go back and forth with. Mostly it's a card. So this time they want us to use the Mantoid or Mantoid. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. It looks like Mantoid, but I'm sure I'm not supposed to say one word, but it's a card that kind of looks like the praying mantis. Here's the picture here. The rules here are pretty simple. You use the card in a battle. You share the battle. You don't have to win the battle. You could explain why you lost the battle. I typically try to get a battle I win, but you never, it can go either way. And the other thing is that you should do when you're looking into this game as you're playing it is look for the different promotions that they do, because they do some promotions that sometimes can get you really good returns, and they are starting to do more cross-game promotions. So this week, going on right now, it just went live from the 10th, 2 days ago, to the 15th. So I'm going to try to get this video up later on today on the 12th, or no, 13th, with just 2 days left to go. But if you go in and you purchase at least 50 Untamed packs, you get a free Titan pack for the Blockchain Hero game on Wax. So this is kind of interesting. I mean, it's a $30 value. The Blockchain Heroes have been pretty successful in selling their cards on the Wax chain. So it's a good chance to get a decent amount of money back. And I know what you're thinking, a $30 pack, but I got to spend $50, right? Because I got to spend 50 packs at $2. I gotta spend $100. So it's, like, I don't know if I want to spend $100. But then they remind you to use your DEC. And I know this is I'm gonna get to the battle and the share your battle part of this really quick. But DEC is trading right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the price. So at about so it would cost you about $75 worth of DEC to buy those packs. It probably is ticking up right now because of this offer. So you can spend $75, get a $30 pack for free, and then open up your cards. And if you get lucky in either one of those packs, possibly get an immediate ROI on your investment, or you don't. It's just like any other thing where you buy packs of cards. You got to get lucky. I just thought I would let people know that, just because I don't want anyone to miss out on that opportunity. One other thing I'll talk about really quickly, I've been getting a few more people signing up on my referral link, so thank you very much to these people. If you go ahead and buy your spell book, you will get a free card, and I get a free card. And then, comment on one of my posts somewhere. Say, hey, I signed up with your link. I bought my spell book, because I will also send you some additional cards once you buy your book. I try to do that for anybody who I notice has bought the book, and I do get a little tiny kickback when you buy a book. So I'll get like $1 from you spending the $10 or something like that. And that lets me know it happened, and then I try to figure out who it is, but I can't always tell. Splinterlands, if any of you are watching this, it'd be kind of interesting to give us an option to gift these people a book if we wanted to reach out to them and see if they wanted to get one for free, but also give us a little row here that lets us know if they've bought their spell book. That would be kind of interesting to track. That way we could maybe, if we know these people, we go, hey, I thought you were going to play the game. Maybe you want to go ahead and get your spell book and get into it. But let's go ahead and go check out the card that was featured this week. It's actually in the Untamed set. It's a neutral card, and it's one of the better neutral cards. I'd say out of the neutral cards from the Untamed set, I won't include Chain Golem. He's awesome, but he was, you had to take part in the pre-sale to get him. So you're really comparing these cards here. I'd say he's probably like the third, fourth best card. Certainly the best common. Some people might think this guy is. I think this card's probably better. this card and this card, but those are epics and legendaries. I actually think he stacks up as just as useful as these rare cards, and I'm going to tell you why as I look at him. So let's go to his stats. I currently have him at level 6. I pushed him to level 6 just so I would get the snare ability. After that, I decided I would hold off to pushing him anymore because the next big jump is to get him to 4 damage. And 4 damage, unless you're using another damage modifier, isn't as big of a difference to 3. And the reason why I say that is because if you hit a shielded monster, 3 still does 2, 4 still does 2. Now, if you're boosting him with a +1 attack monster, then at 5 does 3, and so that's why the advantage of being at level of the max level only kicks in if you're using him with a Selena Sky or a Zaku. And he did come out in the set with Zaku, so I do feel like this card is meant to be used with Zaku. So I did that in one of my examples, and then I used it with Selena in one of my examples. So we're going to go ahead and get to those battles since I have 2 to share. I want to get over it. Well, let's talk about him a little bit more. I'm sorry. I usually talk about the cards, and I totally just wanted to skip to the battle. But let's talk a little bit about him. So, 6 mana. Let's go to the stats. 6 mana is decent, but we get a lot more higher mana games. He's a sniper. Snipers are nice. He's a sniper with snare, which is an added little bonus because if you're sniping at a monster that happens to be flying, and there are more backroad flying mages and flying archers than there used to be, he has that opportunity of taking that away from you and then setting that monster up to be hit by some of your other snipers that might be a little bit slower or just slower monsters. It takes that miss opportunity of flying away. Also, if you happen to be using him in a earthquake game, snare is always fun to have. It's not the best secondary ability, but it's not terrible. It's just you might find some games you use him, there's nobody flying on the other team, you don't even get to use the skill ability. It's no point. But what he is he is another sniper that can be thrown into any team for a rule set where you go, hey, you know what, I'm going to try a sniper lineup. Sniper lineups can be fun, and we'll talk about the idea of sniper lineups when I actually bring up one of my battles. So, if I go here, first I'm going to go to the match. I used it with Selena, so we'll bring this one up. So this battle here, I was going with kind of an interesting lineup. So I was going for double snipers, I was going for repair, and I was going for a good tank and a healer. So let me bring up the rule set and we'll talk a little bit about why I did this setup. So this was reverse speed. It was archers can attack from the front, and it was only 22 mana. Because of that, I decided to go with the double snipers, expecting there to be a decent amount of ranged monsters in the back that I could snipe at. And I didn't. I kind of ended up with that. See, so but he went with a lot of more magic, so he didn't take full advantage of the ranged monsters being able to attack from the front row. And then whenever I go sniper mode, I want there to be a tank that's going to live for a while, because snipers are usually ranged and you don't want them in the front right away. And I also went here with the idea of being able to repair and heal my tank, kind of like what he went with, repair and heal. So these two front guys, once they're in the front, are going to just be, they're just going to sit there and fight with each other forever without getting hurt. I have the advantage of Magic Reflect, but my monster is a little bit lower level than his, so he has a lot more life. And so we'll just get this going to see how it plays out. So the big advantage here for me is all his attackers are hitting my tank that I put there in position to have the shield, have the Magic Reflect, and have a healer and a repair person keeping him up. And so you're going to see here that it gets close. I really have no chance of taking down his front monster in the beginning, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm just going to keep repairing. My snipers are going to keep on taking out all the big guys in the back. This one was key. That guy died really quick off the Magic Reflect, and that miss was key, because without that miss, I might have been in trouble right there because my tank would have died. But now I'm looking at a situation where I was able to get a heal in. He only does half damage. And my snipers, because of reverse speed at 3, are going to attack before that guy. And now there's no way for him to really beat me because he only has 1 attacker and I have a repair skill. So this fight is over. I'll just speed it up and you'll see that eventually here my strategy did work. Even though he had his setup to keep that tank alive, I took out all his back row successfully and I won the fight. Now, that was kind of an interesting one because I took a chance in going with low speed, like kind of middle of the road speed, and it worked out. Now I'm going to show him with the other monster I think he's meant to be used with, and this is a Zaku fight. And this is a pretty interesting fight because it's a pretty high level matchup I'm going against here. And we'll go ahead and bring up the rule set. And really, Zaku sniper teams are just powerful because when you're hitting that sniper target and you're bouncing magic all over the place, you're going to be pretty good. Now, I did do one thing here that maybe was a mistake. I didn't play a stunner, but it was 50 mana. So I played these 2 high life targets in the front, followed up by another high life target in the front, and then I went for my 3 snipers. I threw the monster on the end that would end up having the 3 armor because this was armored up, knowing that if he had a sneak monster, it's not going to kill this one extremely fast, and I want him to be the first one to die on the end because I have right here an Inspire that's powering up these 2 people, and he's a sniper. And then I have another sniper here. So there, I'm going for the double sniper here, in theory, to kind of damage this back area while doing splash damage through the front. It's an interesting combo. He went for a very strange setup, though, with this card right here. I don't know why he did that other than to just use the mana cap, but that's an interesting position behind the cube because the cube is hard to kill. So why put a monster that can't do anything until the cube is dead? I don't know. It was his one mistake that really led this to be kind of an easier victory for me. It could have been a loss because he has a healer, and I don't. But you'll see here that big hit was just devastating. I did get a miss there that was a little bit disappointing, but then I get a hit here with my sniper. Right there, though, that taunt ability made that worm come after me. And then I was able to quickly take out the cube because it's so late in the turn. Said it was so late in the turn. His goblin mech doesn't ever get to attack. So you're going to see here with the snipers just laying waste to the back row. Or the goblin mech's going to get 1 chance to attack right here, I think. Yeah. I did get lucky. He didn't get anything else, and now he's got nobody in the front row. So that was just a pretty dominating work. But you did see how a couple of snipers together, they can start hitting that back row with Zaku and just doing damage to 3 monsters when you do a sniper attack. And I kind of feel like that's a use that this card was meant to do because it came out in the Unteamed set. Given it came out before Zaku was here, but in general, they gave us another sniper and a neutral sniper that you can use with a lot of different teams. So he can go into the life team that has a good set of snipers. He can be a sniper with Selenia Sky and the new Child of the Forest to give them a three sniper mode. He's another replacement for the Centaur. He does similar damage, similar speed, but has more life. So he's built to have be able to be used in the higher amount of games. Because if I compare him to the Centaur, so let's go ahead and bring up beta. So Centaur only has a sniper and only caps out at 3, but it's only 4 cost. So you see how this new card can be fast, do more damage, it has more life, it has just as much life, and it has a secondary ability. So it's kind of, similar to this card, but built a little bit more for the Untamed game where we got those higher mana caps. And now, and it also gave the new age players a sniper to get because Centaur is expensive, right? Yeah, he's a beta card. You need a lot to max him out. And if you're buying him at singles, he's up at 14 cents now. So that's another reason to take a look at these good neutral cards that are out in the Untamed set, neutral cards can be used with any team, and these little common cards that some people are letting go for 3 cents, I can almost guarantee you that eventually these will be a little bit more expensive as long as the game sticks around, because the truth is you need 400 of these to level them up. And if there's one card people usually don't always max out, it's these common cards, because you don't do it soon enough and then things just go wrong. And I just had a tournament end, so see, a whole bunch of battles just flashed at once. That's kind of funny. All right. I don't know what happened. I'll check that out later. This video is a little bit longer than I normally like to go, but that's because I did to go ahead and talk about that promotion. Thank you to the Splinterlands team. Thank you to everybody that's watching my stuff, and thank you to all the new people who've been signing up. Hopefully you give the game a shot. It is a real strategy game, and it takes a little bit of investment to start making your money back from the game, but you can do that, and we all are pretty early in the the Web3 game world, or the crypto game world, where you get to own your cards, you get to use them to play the game, you get to use them to farm cryptocurrency, you get to do all those kind of things, compared to somebody who's playing a game like Hearthstone and you don't get to own the cards, or a game like Magic Online where you can have some fun, but you're not getting any kind of return for that, and unless you're maybe one of the best players out there and you're able to stream it or something. So thank you, everybody. I hope you're having a good weekend, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.